Well, I've been in business for over 8 years, and one of the major challenges has been with issue of funds.
It's practically impossible. You must have your grandfather's head or someone's loan.
I mean, I learned just some time back that what an SME is supposed to do is a firm that generates about 500 million naira annually. So if that's an SME, then we are something else. I think they should carve out a new name for our kind of business.
Because if there's no power, the NEPA people, we are still bringing their bills and we are still paying for it.
But for me, the basic challenge we are having in growing business in this country is manpower.
The human factor is not the problem. Nigerians can be very hardworking.
Nothing will make any sense until we deal with the integrity issue.
Well, policies, implementation has been a major challenge.
And I've made up my mind that whatever I can do to project a strong and positive image for Nigeria, I will do.
This is our dream. Let's go. Arise, oh, compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey to serve our Father's land. Oh, with love and strength and faith.
Austin Okere, co-founder, Chief Executive Officer, Computer Warehouse Group Limited. Reverend Dr. Olajide Awoseda, President, CEO, Rand Properties Limited. Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, Managing Director, The Chair Center. Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika will be joining us shortly. Kiyari Buka, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Value Card Nigeria PLC. Sam Abiodun Makonduola is the Managing Director of Sami Holdings Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, may we welcome Celine Loda. And of course, she is our anchor for today's auspicious event.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. Welcome to the debate with Nigerian business leaders at 50. As I said before, this is a show that intends to mine the best brains in the country. Those who have charted a course in their various disciplines, those who have made it in spite of the challenges that we have. We want to find out from them how we can develop a new way of thinking so that in the next 50 years we have a better legacy to show than we have had in the last 50 years. But first of all, let's take a look back at what the challenges and the successes have been as far as Nigeria's history in the last 50 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you the chronicles.
The Chronicle. Nigeria at the boardroom table or at the dining table. Since Nigeria got its independence towards the close of 1960, it has remained dogged by stop, start, stop development. Some would say the country has only succeeded in moving from the dark ages into a black and obscure future. The glory era of the 60s was a decade filled with notable occurrences. During this period in Africa, the colonial power had carefully cultivated a small elite group of leaders educated in Western universities who were familiar with ideas such as equality amongst humans, freedom, individual rights and self-determination. They were the ideas that incited a radical political change that led to the independence of 32 African countries from their colonial rulers. Nigeria was one of such countries, and she got hers on the 1st of October 1960. 50 years have come and gone. Global revolutions in all spheres of life, from fights for liberation scientific innovations to social and economic revolutions, all seem to have passed by this nation without much of a lasting effect. At the time Nigeria gained her independence, her economy was at par with South Korea, Malaysia, Brazil, Indonesia, India, South Africa and Singapore. While these other countries, previously contemporaries alongside Nigeria, have reached a self-sustaining growth, Nigeria, it seems, is stuck in a developmental time warp. The implication is that the living standard of almost all of the 150 million people is on a steady decline, dragging more Nigerians below the poverty line, with businesses closing down daily. A recent study shows that more than 70% of Nigerians live below $2 a day. These are the realities staring the populace in the face as Nigeria celebrates 50 years of independence. Present here are business leaders from various walks of life, an assemblage of people who are today the new principal voices. They have carved successful businesses against all the odds, and their way of thinking could provide the blueprint for Nigeria's economic success as a whole. They have, in their various capacities, envisioned a hopeful future of this great nation through their labor and patriotism. They are here today to show Nigerians, is Nigeria at work or still at the dinner table? Welcome to the debate of business leaders on Nigeria at 50.
Thank you very much. Now, the big question is Nigeria at work? Is Nigeria in the boardroom, or is Nigeria still at the dinner table? By that we mean, in the 60s, Nigeria was at par with countries like Malaysia, Brazil, Indonesia, and so forth, even far ahead. But right